Williams Fire and Hazard Control is a global leader in industrial fire response, with decades of experience battling the world's largest flammable liquid fires. At their extreme industrial fire and hazard training, firefighters take on high-stakes scenarios using real equipment and tactics. During live pump ops, we captured our headset systems in action, built to keep crews connected when it matters most.
We're at 100, Nate. 10-4.
My name is Brett Ladner. I work on the service and OEM side, so I build anything that needs to be built at the shop. I go out on service jobs any time of night. So before we got the LiberatorMAX, we had the typical shoulder holsters, and those, every time you'd bend over, they'd fall, get in the way. These just slip on your head. You have your hands free the whole time. You're able to do everything you need to.
My name is Patrick Parfait. I'm a mechanical engineer at Williams Fire and Hazard Control. I've been here for 5 years. Well, we had to develop our own sign language system, and now we can freely communicate and just use words.
All right, I'm gonna wait on sending water because that gun is pointed backwards.
My name is Justin Bothy. I'm an engineer, a production engineer at our Port Arthur facility where we make all of our equipment. And effective communication is always difficult, right? And so you're limited to hand signals or just visuals, maybe a handheld radio. What stood out the most probably is, for one, it protects your hearing. And two, you can communicate with guys, you're not always in the same area. You may not have a visual or clear line of sight with one another. Being able to communicate and protect your hearing at the same time is important.
Hey, Justin, maneuver the gun to your left just a little bit.
The fact that it does drown out background noises, I know that's one big issue if you're trying to operate a pump.
Every time we have a customer come for one of our big flows, 12,000 gallons a minute, we have to run 3 pumps to do that. So we have to coordinate 3 groups of guys, making sure that pump gets all the pressure it needs. They all have to come up at the same time. So we don't always have check valves in the system, so we have to make sure they walk it up in pressure. So having those guys being able to communicate to one another at the same time is good.
Are we good to go, Patrick? We are topped out. You're good to go. 10-4.
A lot of our equipment before it leaves the shop, we'll test it out on our test pad. And so there's a sense of professionalism and organization, especially when the customers are there. They want to see their equipment, right? But they don't want to hear us yelling at one another.
The majority of what we do, everything's wet, everything's hot. They hold up pretty well. I haven't had any issues of them breaking. They stand pretty strong compared to other things.
So far, I'd say they held up pretty well. At the shop, they're used outside. They're stored outside. In Texas, it can get 100 degrees and it can also be below freezing. Just today, we got caught in a rainstorm. Did just fine. They're pretty durable. The audio's very clear. It's very easy to communicate with the other members of the team. They're comfortable. You can wear them with or without a hard hat.
I think it can easily bring additional communication to their team, and we use it every day on the test pad.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend the LiberatorMAX to everybody that uses a radio. It makes life a lot easier and a lot more safe.